What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to give you our season preview for the New England Patriots. All that and much more coming your way right now! Alright, before we get into today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video as it will help us out tremendously. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. Alright, Nick, with the 2022 NFL season fast approaching, we have yet another season preview to get to. Today we're going to be talking about our beloved New England Patriots, the team that can do no wrong. That's right. Led by Mac Jones, this is one of the teams that we are looking forward to the most. Even as non-Patriots fans, this is a team that has the eye of a lot of NFL fans. And Nick, I want to tell you a little bit about what this offseason looked like for the Patriots, starting off with some of their key additions. We saw Devante Parker in a massive trade with the Miami Dolphins, two teams you don't see trading all that much, coming over to New England. You also saw Tyquan Thornton, the fastest wide receiver in the NFL Combine, coming to the Patriots through the draft. And on the defensive side, you saw Malcolm Butler reuniting with this team. A lot of faces and a lot of names coming over to this team. This team does not look like it did 1 year ago, and a lot of that has to do with some of the players that walked out the door. That includes players like J.C. Jackson, Kyle Van Noy, Donta Hightower, Ted Karras. There's quite a few names on this list. So with all of that being said, Nick, I want to throw it over to you. Taking a look at the schedule, taking a look at possible record predictions, weeks 1 through 6, how does it look for the New England Patriots?
Well, they get off to a so-so start, going 4-2 in their first 6 weeks. And in week 1, we see them taking a big loss to the Miami Dolphins yet again. Mac Jones kicking off his first 2 years with a loss to the Dolphins. Not a great start. But in this matchup, we see the Miami Dolphins with Tyreek Hill, a big addition that's going to be tough to cover. A lot of overhaul in the Patriots secondary. It's going to be tough to keep him and Jalen Waddle under wraps all game long. I believe that the Dolphins will be able to squeak one out yet again over the Patriots in week 1. But then looking at week 3, this is a big matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson seems to always be a pest in the side of the Patriots. The linebackers usually don't have the speed to keep up. But look at the Patriots roster. They've overhauled this position. They are much younger, have a lot more speed, and they are ready to contain Lamar Jackson. Taking away that threat, not much else going on the offense besides Mark Andrews. I think that the Patriots should have a very big win in week 3 to get them their second win this season.
And I want to just point out, looking at week 6, we have the Cleveland Browns as a win. In this, we have Deshaun Watson suspended for the first 8 games, so this should be Jacoby Brissett. When we went through our predictions, taking a look at the entire landscape of the NFL, Jacoby Brissett would be playing the first 8 games for the Cleveland Browns, so that is why that we have this as a win for the New England Patriots. We do not expect Deshaun Watson to be playing at this point in time. Now moving over to the next 6 games, we see big wins in week 7, 9, 11, and 12 with a bye week in week 10, which means there's only 1 loss for the Patriots in their next 6 games. I want to talk about that loss because this is to the New York Jets, and Patriots fans out there are probably looking at me with rage in their eyes, and I have to tell you, the New York Jets got better. It might be a tough pill to swallow, but they for sure got better. Taking a look at their draft alone, they made some really key additions. With Garrett Wilson at wide receiver and Sauce Gardner at corner, these are mainstays for this team. They are going to be top contributors right off the bat, and I believe Robert Saleh is going to have this team ramped up and ready to go, especially at MetLife Stadium, where a lot of things tend to go wrong for the visiting team. I fully expect the New York Jets to pull one over on the New England Patriots in week 8. Then moving over to week 12, we see the New England Patriots facing off against the Minnesota Vikings in Minneapolis on Thanksgiving night. Now, I know a lot of NFL fans are not happy that this is the nightcap for Thanksgiving, but this is going to be one hell of a matchup. You have Justin Jefferson going up against Bill Belichick's defense. You have Kirk Cousins coming after what could arguably arguably be one of the greatest defensive schemes that we have seen in a long time, with all of the speed that the Patriots have on this defense. And on the flip side, Mac Jones going against this Vikings defense, who just recently got Zadarius Smith from the Green Bay Packers, Danielle Hunter headhunting for these guys. I fully expect this to be an all-out war on Thanksgiving night, and it is going to be one of the best games of the season. Mark my words.
The Patriots had a solid first 12 weeks, but they end the year pretty poor, going 2-4 in their last 6, or 10-7 on the year. Overall, I think they've surpassed expectations. A lot of people don't even have them making the playoffs, but this team is sneaky good so far through minicamp. They put it together, and we'll see what happens in training camp. But in the last 6 games, we see them fall apart a little bit, starting in week 13 against the Buffalo Bills. This is their first of 2 matchups in the last 6 weeks that include the Buffalo Bills, and this is just going to be a bad game for the Patriots. The Bills are the much superior team all around, and they are going to show their dominance once again, showing that they are the holders of this division. They are not giving it up anytime soon. And the Bills getting a big victory in week 13, but in week 14, the Patriots bounce right back in Arizona against a very tough opponent that has DeAndre Hopkins and Hollywood Brown with Kyler Murray under center. There's a lot of speed, a lot of good playmaking ability on both sides of the ball for the Cardinals. And the Patriots getting a win in Arizona over the Cardinals is a big way for them to say they can take on some of the best opponents in the NFL and they can still hold up. They may not be able to get over everybody, but they are on their way. And this is a game where they prove that.
Yeah, Nick, I just want to mention, you said a lot of people don't expect this team to reach the playoffs. I want you guys to follow along this series. Make sure that you're watching and taking a look at the landscape of the AFC and see how it pans out for all of these teams, because we don't know how it's going to shape up until the very end. So make sure to stay tuned. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.